Welcome back to Brookwood. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, as well as, I'm the junior high, no, I am the elementary principal. I keep thinking about some of these kids are like junior high age that I'm seeing out here yet. Oh, well, it's going to be a lot of fun here tonight as I typically follow the Cashton Eagles, and being here tonight, of course, with Brookwood, I thought, you know what? Great time to do a volleyball match here on the home court for the Falcons. Boy, it's getting warm up here right now. We've got a nice little crowd here tonight. And, of course, it's senior night. And we say thanks to Vanessa Anderson, Kylie Powell, and Taylor Freed, 3 seniors here for the Falcons. The Falcons will get the first opportunity here when it comes to the serve. And you'll see the score on the screen, upper left corner of the screen, and we're going to get the first point of the ball game underway on the serve, coming up by Kylie Powell. O'Neill, Cook, Dempsey, Sanders, Kleba, Hunsinger, and Helgeson, your starters for the Cashton Eagles. The ball comes over here to the near side, and now popping the ball over. That was a great play hanging in the air by Cashton. That was number 7 in Dempsey, and watch out for her. She's a good one. There is a swing and a kind of a foul tip off the front hand of Lily Sanders, and that one goes into the net. Out there on the court here, Powell continuing with the serve. There's a nice looking shot. That'll be a point. That one coming off the arm of number 15 in Sydney Helgeson, and you watch out for her. She's got a lot of strength in that spike. Now O'Neill steps in. Brielle O'Neill with a nice, tough serve coming up here for the Eagles. There's a big shot and a block, but the ball goes ricocheting off the hand of number 13 and Emily Kunitz out of bounds. And it'll be a point here for Cashton, and we're knotted up at 2 apiece. On the serve, Eagles going to get another one there right down this near sideline, and it just caught the corner. 3 serving 2 now. One official said it was in. The line judge said that it was in. Somebody else thought it might have been out. They're going to check it over, and now they will switch out that score. Vanessa Anderson wants to come up and talk about it a little bit. They thought maybe, and the question is, was somebody in the net or not? So quick discussion here right away early on in this volleyball match. But they're going to give the ball back to Cashton after all. It'll be 3 serving 2. So 3 serving 2. O'Neill. Now they've got the buzzing everything here. They're going to talk it over a little bit more. And you know, you want to get it straight here right away. No sense in seeing a point going one direction when it shouldn't. Both coaches doing a little talking with their kids, keeping them alive. Keeping them intact here, I guess we could say. Now they're ready. O'Neill will continue to serve. High serve coming down to the back row. That was Mullenkamp. Pushing the ball across. That was Anderson. Back to Cashton. They'll set the ball up for Dempsey with a big hit, but a nice job digging that one out. Right back, and now a block. And it's going to be inbounds. Block coming up there. That was number 13 for the Falcons in Lauren Hunsinger. She had all of her wrist on that one. Here comes a nice serve. That one coming down. They'll pick the ball up. It's a free touch right back off the swing of Reagan Mullenkamp. Back row hit to Mullenkamp. Popping the ball in the air. Here comes a big shot that's partially blocked, out of bounds. It goes. Credit the point here for the Falcons on a big time hit. And now Vanessa Anderson will drop back to serve here as the kids stay standing here for the Falcons. That ball coming down here to the near side. Back across the court. Here comes a big high push from the Falcons. They'll do a back set, no good, into the net coming off the swing of Helgeson. That'll knot things up at 4 apiece. Anderson continuing with the serve. Vanessa gets the ball over here to the near side. That was number 2 in Cook. There's a partial block. Good reaction there. That was number 10 in Zimmerman. Boy, that was a great job there and a tough hit by the Eagles. There was Dempsey. She took a little bit off that one, and Freed was able to get to it. Or check that. Powell, I should say. Cross-court hit. Able to come up with the play. Back to Quinn Cook. They'll set the ball up in a short set. That's very tough to defend. Helgeson with the hit. I've talked about that all along. I really like that short set. And you're coming across, you can really pulverize it. And Helgeson did just that. Sydney now with the serve, and that'll be a point. That one coming off the arm of Vanessa Anderson, a little weird, and Powell couldn't quite reach it. She might have got a bit of a fist on it. And it's 6-4. Cashton out in front. Back to Anderson. Here's a short set there, and that's going to be in. Another great set. Again, both teams looking at this, and the Callista Zimmerman, a sophomore, came up big. That was a big-time shot. Now let's see what happens here now as it's 5-6. And there's a low serve, and that's going to be a point. Credit an ace there to Zimmerman. Diving down low to try and skip that out of there. Off the ground was Sammy Kleba. Back to Cashton. Again, they'll touch that one over. That was Dempsey with a little push. Back row it goes, and they're going to just miss that one out of bounds. A bit of a tough break right there. Here comes the serve and the receive, I should say, and that's going to be out of play. And it's 7-7. We expect this all along tonight, and I would not be surprised if we go all 5 games. That's just how even these two teams are. That shot, in the back row, just missed. That one coming off of a nice swing from Ruby Mullenkamp. Number 8, the Twins out there now, huh? All you got to do is say Mullenkamp, and you can't be wrong. That's the way I'd try to do that. There's a hard shot. Boy, that was Dempsey, and nearly coming up with a fantastic save in the back row was Zimmerman. Missing out on that one, and it's now 9-7, a 2-point advantage here for the Eagles. Back row, Zimmerman. She pops the ball into the air, and a free hit back from Zimmerman. Off from the touch by Kunitz. Cross-court hit, that's going to go out of bounds. Cashton with the angle, just a little too steep, and it scoots out of the way here, and it's 8-9 for Kunitz. Emily dropping back, the junior. Again, only 3 seniors on this team for the Falcons. 7 seniors, that ball goes out of bounds. 7 seniors here for Cashton. A fairly young bunch here for Brookwood, and look for them to continue their climb up the ladder in the conference. That ball served out of bounds. That was Dempsey with the swing. And now we'll drop in and take a look here as Reagan Mullenkamp. Left-handed hit. That'll throw you for a loop. Nice recovery, Kunitz. They'll reset the ball. That one into the net, though, off from a hard shot by Ellie Thiemann. (11-9). Here's Kleba. Boy, that's a good-looking serve right there. These two teams doing a nice job with each other. That ball partially blocked, but it goes out of bounds. They're going to say, take your pick between Helgeson and Quinn Cook. Helgeson pleads her case on something, but it does stay with Brookwood. This was Ruby Mullenkamp now with the serve. Back set, there is Cook. Nice job on the dig. Back row hit. Dempsey was there. They'll kick the ball up, and a free touch coming right back here to the Falcons. Short set, tip play at the net. Boy, a great job there by Thiemann. Cross-court shot, it's going to go just out of bounds. Trying to guide that one in, and it just traveled a little too far for Lily Sanders. And it's 11-11. Ruby Mullenkamp with the serve, and that ball ricochets off to the right side. Dempsey went chasing after it. Helgeson with the first touch. Coming right back. Mullenkamp now up by one and fires that one out of bounds in the back row. It's 12 apiece. Entering the ball game now, number 13, and Lauren Hunsinger. She returns. And the serve, got to get the ball over. It's a free touch. Able to do that by Thiemann. Heel the hand off from Dempsey. Back set, Thiemann with the shot. Nice dig by Kleba. Cook is there. Got to put the ball over. They're able to do just that. And then the ball ricochets off from Reagan Mullenkamp out of bounds to the back row. And it's 13 serving 12. There's the pass coming up here. Look out. That was Anderson. Oh, she drilled it a little too far. That one going out of bounds here in the back row. Just didn't get on top of that one like Vanessa would have wanted. And it's 14-12. That serve just over the net. Boy, what a dig by Mullenkamp as well. There's a tip play. Cashton able to recover. Back row it goes. Nice job by Ruby. Free touch. Reagan Mullenkamp popping the ball over. Here's a setup here. Look out. Blocked at the net. One play left, and Cashton able to recover. Terrific job there. Short set. Nope, it's going to be an illegal hit. Yep. I kind of wondered if that whistle wasn't coming off from Emily Kunis. She wanted to just tip the ball up into the air ever so slightly. But if you took a look and watched closely, the ball kind of stopped for that half a count. Another great serve there coming up. Nice dig. And there's Vanessa Anderson. That one traveling too far. And we're going to get a timeout here by Brookwood. It's 16-12, the largest lead, I believe, so far. Trying to remember the scores here. But the largest lead so far here right now in my memory for Cashton. 16 serving 12. What happened there? (16 serving 12). Well, let's see here. Check. There we go. 16. Oh, I see what's going on there. 16 serving 12. As I had a little electrical problem going on. Hopefully that doesn't happen the rest of the night. Here's a block at the net. That was Helgeson, and Brookwood able to recover, pushing the ball back. They'll set the ball up for Cashton. Brookwood was there. Here comes a huge shot. Well, that was Vanessa Anderson, and she came up big there for the point. Going across court. And it's going to be 13 serving 17. And let's take a look here. Kunis comes out. Here's the serve. That's by Kylie Powell. Free touch back over to Brookwood. Little tip play, and that's going to score a point. taking a little bit off that one. Zimmerman. And great try over there, too. That was number 8 in Sanders. Just couldn't quite reach it. There's Sydney Helgeson. Boy, what a touch there by Lauren Hunsinger. Just enough of a tip and over the top of the net. And, boy, Helgeson took care of business. Here is O'Neill now with the serve. To the back row, Mullenkamp. Nice job, Anderson. Mullenkamp with the free hit. That was Ruby. Good job keeping the ball alive. And now over here to the near side was Dempsey, and she misdirected the ball. Came over here to the near side and way, way out of bounds. Now here we go with Vanessa Anderson now with the serve. Anderson gets the ball over on a bit of a floater. And a ricochet shot. Nope, it's going to go into the net. Trying to tip the ball up in the air. That was number 9 here, and Katie Lee now into the ball game. Katie doing a nice job setting on that JV matchup. We apologize for not being on the air. We thought we were, and here the computer wasn't plugged in. It looked like it was plugged in, but unfortunately we ran out of juice, so we got it plugged back in, and that's why we're up and running now. So we do apologize. There's the ball on the serve just off the top of the net. Tip play. Good save here. And, I thought it might have been out of bounds, but they had to go after it. Look out on top of everybody. That was Hunsinger, I believe. Yes, Lauren Hunsinger putting the ball down for the point. And Cashton is up 21-15 here in game number 1. Nobody there. Zimmerman backing away, thinking somebody was going to come up and set the ball, and nobody did. And another timeout here on the floor. Second one, last one here for the Falcons. Cashton out in front, 22-15. Well, here we go with the play now as we are back up and running. It's 22-15, Cashton in the driver's seat with the serve. Of course, they're going to try and get this ball back. The Falcons are, obviously. There's a pass coming up and a big hit and a block, but down on the Cashton side. Mullenkamp with the big swing. That was Reagan. And now Ruby Mullenkamp comes in. You got Mullenkamp, 2 Mullenkamps, and Lee in the front row. Partially blocked there. Tell you what, Ruby got up in the air. She got a hand on that one. The tough part is you got to have that palm of your hand on the ball, it seems like. You get those fingers and look out. That ball served into the net by Hunsinger. Brookwood will catch a break, but they trail by 6. 17 serving 23. Back into the ball game comes Thiemann for the Falcons, and entering is Marley Schrader for Cashton. They come to Schrader right away on the serve. Here's a setup. Look out, Dempsey on the shot. Brookwood able to save it. Then the hit by Mullenkamp goes into the net. Game point coming up here now for Cashton. And Vivi Dempsey to serve. She's way in the back here. There's the serve. Setting the ball up. There's a big hit. Partially blocked, but behind everybody. That was Cook up in the air along with Sammy Kleba. Nice job there on the attempted block, but we're not able to control it. And now Brookwood with the serve. And that is going to be Reagan. Cross court hit. Going to Thiemann. Back row, they'll reset here to the front. That's Cook with the hit. Got to pop the ball over, and Anderson was able to do that. Back row setup for Dempsey, and that's enough for the point and the game. 24-18, 24-18 is your score. 25 with that point. 25-18, Cashton picking up the win here in game number 1. Well, we'll take a break and come back. Game number 2 along the way. And I would imagine Wade Behrens should be able to slip in, hopefully by then, and help out here with our play-by-play. Well, game number 1 now in the books, 25-18 the score here. Cashton picking up the win in a very tough ball game in game number 1. They really went back and forth. Take a look here. I believe that Cashton will serve first now, as looks like that is going to be the case. Well, let's take a look here. Joining me now is Wade Behrens. Wade, thanks for coming up here.
Hey, thanks for having me, Ken.
Tell you what,
my mic
yeah.
is working. So
yeah, we gotta like that for a change, right?
Yeah.
I had to do a little adjusting. We had some, for whatever reason, we had some feedback before, but I think we got it set now. And we're starting game number 2 here. And as I mentioned to the folks, as you are back getting everybody done, there's a hard shot by Vanessa Anderson for opening point here with the Falcons. 25-18 your score with game number 1. Cashton coming up big at different times here, and they just kind of kept the metal to the pedal, they say, and kept that pressure on. And though the Falcons had a good match, the good game, they just couldn't get over the top. Well, if you're ready, we'll have you do game 2 since I did game 1 already.
Sounds good, Ken. I'll take over in a second
chip
here.
in, yeah.
That's hit out of bounds by, I believe that was Reagan Molenkamp. Out of bounds, so point Cashton. They're tied up. A good serve receive from Anderson. And block over, and once again, the block was not covered by the Falcons. This has been a problem for them all season, Ken.
Yeah, Lauren Hunsinger was right there. That was that set that got a little too close to the net. That just spells ugly for you no matter which side you're on.
Serves over. Good serve receive from Anderson. Going to have to go from the backcourt for Reagan. Good spot by Reagan, and that's side out to number 2 on Cashton.
Cook. That's Quinn Cook is
Quinn
number
Cook.
2.
Okay, it's number 4 on here. That's interesting.
I've got the change right here.
Okay.
That was the only change on the varsity for Cashton. Everybody else is good.
Zimmerman served right between the seam there, and miscommunication, so that's an ace.
Zimmerman did a nice job, I thought. Only a sophomore in game 1. She showed some pretty good strength.
I've been talking about it all season, Ken. She has made some tremendous strides since, wow, look at that, another ace.
Yeah.
A good spot right in front of the 10-foot line there, Ken.
Well, I tell you what, if you can place the ball on those serves, you are a real tough server, and that keeps the defense on edge.
She tried the same serve, but not enough power that time, so hits the net, point, Cashton.
And sometimes it'll backfire on you. But
right.
But a great try there, and as you mentioned, we've got a 3-4 score going on.
Hunsiker serves. Good serve receive from Zimmerman in the backcourt. There's that block coverage we were talking about, Ken, and Cashton covering it. Oh, and that foot's over the net from Reagan. Unfortunate.
Yeah, well, and it was a tough play because, and I follow Cashton a ton, so, I side with them, but here, obviously, I'm going to be as neutral as possible, being at Brookwood, but there was a very questionable, almost illegal hit on the Cashton side that wasn't called.
Oh, interesting. I didn't catch that, Ken. I'll have to pay more attention. Ooh, speaking of illegal, Ruby
Yeah.
got saved there because her foot was over the line. She knew it, too, and the down judge didn't say anything.
Yep.
Oh, and we've got an injury now.
Yeah, Quinn Cook went down.
Yeah, I think she landed awkwardly there on that block.
Yeah, so we're going to take a moment here, and the trainer's going to come over. Yeah, you could see that, and she's got some pain in her eyes, and we hope nothing but the best for her.
For that pause, we're going to send it back to Cashton for Hunsiker, her second set of serve of the night. Once we get things going here, hopefully Cook's okay. Awkward landing there. To the outside for Ruby. Good spot. Nice spot there, Ken, in the back corner. Hard to get from the back row there.
These Mullenkamp girls, they got that left-handed swing, and now that'll fool you once in a while. That's what happened on that one, and I tell you, Reagan can do the same thing. We got a couple of changes coming in right now. Number 13 and Emily Kunitz will serve.
Yeah, she'll be the main setter on the Brookwood side of things since Powell came out and Lee as well. We got Tiemann out front and the outside, so that's good. Been calling her the brick wall all season. She can block really well. Ooh, not that time, though.
Vivi Dempsey with a big hit, and she is one of the better hitters in the conference, I believe.
I believe it as well. That was a great hit around the block there, Ken.
Yes.
Let's see, number 7, that's Dempsey to serve. A good serve receive from Zimmerman. And Reagan tries to do the setter dump, so to speak, and it did not work in her favor, Ken.
It's like a big windmill.
Yeah. I don't know what she was thinking on that one. I would have probably just said it. But, again, Kunitz is the main setter, and she did not get there in time. So that's a free ball over. Cashton to get an back row hit. Nice pass from Zimmerman in the back row. Reagan, good spot. Oh, it's outside.
Yeah.
A good call by ref Evenson over there.
Yeah, just missed over there, but that was the direction you wanted to go. But sometimes that pinpoint accuracy slips away.
So Cashton on a 3-1 swing here. Tough serve receive for the Falcons. Let's see if they can bounce back here. Off the block from Tiemann. And the coverage is almost there by, you can't see her number 8, Sanders, but not enough. Point Brookwood.
Thiemann with a hard shot there, Wade.
Yeah. Good thing the block was there to get that. That would have been slammed right down. Speaking of hard shots, let's see what Anderson does here. Yep. A nice hit off the net. And a good spot there, Ken.
Well, she's just got so much power, and when she gets on top of the ball, It's really tough to stop her.
Yeah, it's a thing of beauty there, Ken, for sure. Reagan to serve now. A good serve receive from Cashton. Back row to Dempsey. Anderson gets the nice pass, and she's going to slam that one down. Good spot once again from Anderson. Well, I think she's figured that out because usually when those hits happen from Anderson, Ken, what I've noticed is she sails them out of bounds, so she fixed something with her follow-through.
Yeah.
And that's 2 in a row for Anderson, and nice hits there. Outside, off the block. Kunitz is out as the setter. Good decision by Zimmerman to hit it from the back court. Right side, block into Anderson. Good block, but right into the net, unfortunately.
Gabby Hyatt, by the way, into the game for Quinn Cook, number 21.
It looks like
sophomore there.
Cook came off the bench and is being looked at by the athletic trainer now, so hopefully she's okay. Other Mullenkamp to serve now, Ruby Mullenkamp in the back court. Zimmerman's up front now, so we got the power blocks in Zimmerman and Tiemann. And there they go, working at it. Hits over the block. Anderson, good hit, into the block and into the nets.
Well, you got Hyatt and Helgeson going up for that block, and they just put it right back into the net.
That's tough. I think they had good form there, Ken, from what I could see.
I agree.
Ruby to serve again, and too much wind in that sail.
Yeah. She had an extra bowl of Wheaties this morning, maybe. I don't know.
Substitutions here for Cashton. Looks like 13's coming in for 20. Hunziker coming in for Schroeder. And then 5's coming in to serve. That's Mickelson in for 21, Gabby Hyatt. Mickelson to serve. Close game so far, Ken. This is getting exciting.
Yes, just like game 1.
There's the coverage from the block, but out of bounds. So at least they covered the block that time, Ken. Again, that's a big struggle on the Falcons side of things.
Well, you know, I think they're starting to kind of get a little better feel for the game number 2 here.
Good. And okay serve receive from Anderson. They're going to have to free ball it over. Ooh, trick set to the right side there, Ken. That was cool. And a good spot from Zimmerman because everybody else was near the right side hitter there, Ken, from what I saw.
Everybody for Cashton kind of kept creeping up closer and closer to the net, and Zimmerman noticed that and put it in the back row.
Well, yeah, and I think Cashton was expecting a tip there. So, Powell to serve now. Good serve receive from Cashton to the middle. Zimmerman wins that battle. Almost had her hands too far extended over the net there, Ken. You got to be careful on those.
You've got to be super careful. I agree. You're on top of that one for sure.
Powell to serve once again. Nice serve to the middle, covering the seam there. Too much on that one from, I believe that was 13, Hunziker.
Yep.
Trying to catch the away team game names now, Ken. I tell you, last Thursday it was, I was trying to keep up with all the names, and man, I could not.
Was that the double duel thing, or was it just a single?
It was the game against Royal for homecoming.
Oh, yeah.
And there were, by the way, Royal has 3 different Gruins.
Well, you could just say Gruen and be okay.
I wanted to point out which Gruen it was, and I never could. I mean, Morrow was easy, but the other 2, I'm like, huh?
Yep.
So.
Well, timeout here on the floor. We are going to do the same. This timeout, I believe, Cashton. Back we come to Brookwood High School. Ken Manning along with Wade Behrens. We turn the mic back over to Wade for game number 2 here. It's 14-10 Brookwood.
Powell to serve. Nice floater over the net. Anderson tips that one back, and Cashton was ready for that. It's going to be a free ball over. See if the Falcons take advantage. Short set over the net from Powell. And that one hit the floor, question mark?
No, 4 hits.
4 hit. Oh, I thought there was a block off of that.
There was, but there was 4 other hits.
So they had 5 hits.
They had
okay.
5 hits.
It went so quickly, Ken, I couldn't even see what was happening. And Powell, nice serve over the net. Back row hit from number 7. That's Dempsey. Back row hit from Anderson. See if we get a front row hit. Yep, to the middle. Takes Powell out as the setter, so Reagan's the backup. A good spot from Reagan. Or sorry, that was Lee, not Reagan. Nice hit from the right side there.
Yeah, Katie Lee into the game. A lot of times she'll be a setter also, but like she did for JV, but this time she took advantage of a good set herself for the point.
It's a rare opportunity for Lee. I haven't seen a lot of action from her at the net. Ooh, just around the block there. Good hit. It's going to have to be a long free ball. Ooh, not quite. That was a good attempt, though, by Reagan, but couldn't quite put some power behind there, Ken.
You know, the fact that Brookwood is following the ball out now is so much better than what they did near the end of game number 1. So, yeah, for Coach Waddell, that's got to be more encouraging.
O'Neill to serve, the libero. We'll have to talk about the scheme from Coach Waddell as well tonight, Ken, because this is the first year since I've been here, Ken, that they have not used a libero. So, you know, that says a lot about their Coach Waddell's trust in the middle hitters with Zimmerman and Tiemann. Wow, what a hit from Dempsey there. She got a cannon for an arm or what, Ken? You've seen a lot more Eagles games than I have.
She really does, and I tell you what, when she came on last year, it's just one of those where you go, oh my goodness, she's going to be really tough. As a freshman, she's only a sophomore.
Oh, she's got some room to grow then.
Oh, yes.
Oh, there it is again, Ken. Classic.
Yeah, nice job there by Sammy Kleba and Lauren Hunsinger. They got the block, and they were able to kind of redirect the ball more straight down inside the line.
And no coverage from the Falcons once again. It's a weak point for them. Nice hit down in the middle for Zimmerman. Good recovery from the Falcons.
Yeah, that ball tipped at the net as well. I'm not sure who that was.
Might have been Hunsinger.
Could have been up there near the front, but great job with the play for the Falcons. They needed that one.
And now Zimmerman to serve in the backcourt. She's made some good strides this season, Ken. I'm really impressed with her backcourt abilities, given that she's a middle hitter. Nice spot from Powell. It's enough. Oh! And Ruby's smiling after that one. She knew she almost had it, not quite.
Not much you can do on that when that ball was just over the net. She would have had to been about 6 inches closer. Then you take the chance of hitting the net.
Well, it looks like we're going to try and have a substitution for Cashton. The coach is coming over to the down judge to make sure that the lineup's correct.
Oh, Quinn Cook's coming back in.
She is. She got checked out, and good to see her back on the court, Ken.
I bet they must have wrapped that ankle. We'll see how she does here with her mobility.
Hunsiker to serve. Good serve receive. Nice hit. Might have been going out of bounds, but Cashton jumped at it anyway, so it'll be Falcons' point. The substitutions now on both ends of the court. We'll start with Cashton since there's only one. Hunsiker comes out. Number 20 comes in, Marley Schroeder. And then on the Brookwood side, we've got Tiemann coming in at the front for Powell to give her a rest. And Kunitz will now be the main setter, coming in for Katie Lee. Speaking of Kunitz, she will be serving. A good floater over the middle. Nice serve receive from Cashton. To the right side.
Oh.
Kunitz was so close to that pancake, Ken, but not quite.
That was a nice job over here, too, on this near side. That might have been Kleba in there on the return.
We got Dempsey serving now for the Eagles. Falcons with a slim 4-point lead. Good serve receive from Zimmerman. To the middle, tight set from Kunitz, but she recovers. And that's going to be 4 hits from Cashton.
Excellent try there by Cashton, keeping track of the ball, but again, one too many spots.
That was also a very tight set from Kunitz, almost went into the net. And that's a serving error, serve receive error, on the Eagles side. So nice serve from Reagan. And the Eagles have chosen to take a timeout to regroup here. We will be back in 60 seconds.
Well, game number 2 is kind of a little bit of a turnaround here compared to game 1, which Cashton took care of business 25-18. Right now, Brookwood in charge at 21-15.
And Reagan to serve in the backcourt. Going to be a free ball coming over. A little miscommunication from the setter's end. Kunitz to the right outside. Oh, that might have been out of bounds, but Cashton jumped at it.
Yeah, going after that one was Sydney Halgerson, and that's just the competitor in you going after the ball. And I don't know that she realized how close to the line she was here on the near side.
It was right in front of the coach, too. I don't know if he got a chance to even say anything. It happened so quick. Setter dump. Didn't quite work. That was a tight serve receive there, Ken.
Yeah.
So I don't know who that was. I think it was number 8, right? Sanders?
It was actually Sydney Helgeson again.
Helgeson, okay.
Trying to backhand play kind of thing.
Ooh, nice floater right over the net. Free ball coming. Falcons have to take advantage here. And Tiemann slams that in the net. Low set from Kunitz, so tough to try and get that hit in from Tiemann. She likes a high ball there, Ken.
Yeah, or if you're going to do the low set, you got to be closer to the net. And she was a good 3 feet away, if not more.
Kleba to set. Tough serve receive from Reagan, but they recover. Ruby covers her sister. It's going to be a tip at the net. Who's there? No one. Kunitz tries the pancake, and there's no answer, so that's the point to the Eagles.
Quinn Cook answering on the play, so tough for her after coming off the floor with the injury, but she's back at it.
Kleba to serve once again. Nice floater over the middle. Whew. Had some fire in that one. Tip over. Cashton recovers. That's a nice floor hit there by Kleba. It's going to come over. Takes Kunitz out as the setter, so Reagan's the backup. Goes to Zimmerman. Might be a free ball here, yep. Goes to Zimmerman, to Kunitz. Over the net, almost too tight for Ruby. And that point goes to the Eagles.
Well, in that one, again, I'm trying to be neutral here, but I would have probably wanted to set that one to Anderson. She was playing back, and you get a good motion coming forward. That's where she's tough.
It's so tough to make those decisions as a setter in the moment.
Yep.
Kunitz, tight set again, but Tiemann slams it down.
Yeah, there you go. That's what you want to see with the short set. She was very close to the net. Very, very difficult to defend.
Oh, I have to say that was a great set from Kunitz to get Tiemann up. You always talk about the hit, but you never talk about the set, Ken.
Yep.
Back court to Reagan. That's out of bounds. Too much air behind that ball.
Well, and if you don't get the proper set, it's not going to matter how well you hit the ball. You got to have that perfect shot.
Now, Ken, you might want to watch out for a setter dump from the Eagles here. This happens a lot, especially if they're down to the final set point. We'll see what happens here. Oh, close, but the line judge calls it out. Cashton coach called it out as well. So we can't see from our vantage point if it was in or out, but we're going to trust the Cashton coach on that one, Ken. Oh, wow, just over the net. Good floater. Tight set for Zimmerman. She gets it over. Anderson tries to recover, and the point goes back to the the Eagles. So Cashton getting some momentum back, Ken. This game's not over yet.
Well, and they cannot afford a mistake at all here as coming back into the game now, number 5, and Kylie Powell for the Falcons.
Ooh, you jinxed them, Ken.
Yep.
Announcers jinx. That one goes in the net, so the Falcons take game set number 2, 25-21.
So with that in mind, that means it's a split so far here. We know we're going to go to at least 4 games, if not 5. Another break in the action. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. going strong here with game number 3. There's a block at the net by Helgeson, and it goes out of bounds, not able to control it.
They did not use all 3 minutes there, Ken.
No,
they're ready to go.
They're ready. They want to keep that momentum going. It's a game apiece here on the Brookwood court. Cashton on the receiving end. There's Helgeson. Off the netting.
Wow, that was quick thinking by Zimmerman.
That was a great play there. And now a big shot coming off from Hunsinger. Back it goes here. The Falcons with a free touch back over to the Eagles. Eagles on the big hit, and that is going to be just in. Somebody touched it here for the Falcons.
Well, I didn't see a touch, but that certainly was in either way, so point Eagles.
Yep. That'll bring up O'Neill dropping back to serve here. It's 1-1. Official waiting, making sure everybody is set. Something with checking with Vanessa Anderson. Here's the serve, not over the net. It caught the ribbon part and kicked back down. It's 2-1 for Anderson.
You know, Ken, the first game against Bangor, there was actually a lineup error. I had not seen one in quite some time, but you know, first home game of the season, you had some jitters, and somebody's position was off, and
yeah.
I wonder if the down judge was checking that real quick.
That might have been. Here's a huge shot there by Dempsey.
Just past Ruby there, Ken.
Well, this is where I think Vivi Dempsey is so strong. You get her over here on this near side, and she has a ton of power. Again, only a sophomore. She's going to be the go-to person for this squad for a couple more years. Here's the serve, short set, and that one coming off from Katie Lee, never got up over the net.
Katie's shrugging her shoulders.
Yeah.
Talking to Kylie there.
It's kind of like, you know, that'll happen once in a while. You just got, and you have to literally shrug that off, like you said. Here comes Mullenkamp to the back row. That was Quinn Cook on a nice pass forward. Look out, that one is going to ricochet up into the stands. Off the Hunsinger smash.
Nice hit from Hunsinger there. Going back to the miscommunication between Lee and Powell, I think they're still running a 5-1 on the Falcons side of things, so I wonder if maybe Powell was going to get the ball and Lee reacted too quickly there.
Could have been. Here's a free touchback over from Mullenkamp to O'Neill. O'Neill on a nice pass, setting the ball up. Dempsey, not quite as strong a hit as before. Here comes Brookwood trying to answer back. Good job on the follow, and a block at the net.
Oh, nice volley here, Ken.
It is an excellent one. Nice shot here by Dempsey. Here comes Zimmerman with the touch. Back over, and it's a hard rip, and that's going to be just inside the line. That was Hunsinger.
Wow, nice hit.
I tell you what, these two teams are doing some power volleyball right now. And it's going to be a serve here coming up by Cashton. That was Helgeson. Back row hit. Nice job on the recovery. Dempsey again, that one tipped at the net. And it's going to be a point here. That might have been Lee along with Zimmerman up there with a partial block.
Yeah, and Ruby tried her best to get to that, and she's coming off for a spell. I think she's gassed out a little bit, Ken.
Yeah.
She's been doing a lot tonight.
She has. Deanna Wallace now in, number 11. And they're going to go that direction, but Vanessa Anderson was there. Free hit, soft touch back over to Cashton. They'll set the ball up. Cross court, it goes here from the far side to the near. Back to Brookwood, partially blocked. That was Kleba there along with Hunsinger. Boy, Zimmerman got up, had a hand on the ball, couldn't control it, and there was a wicked spin right there out of bounds.
There's another one, Ken, that the Falcons probably want back, not covering the block once again.
Yeah. Here is Helgeson. She's going to hit that one into the net. Sydney tried to pop that one right on top of the netting, and it would not cooperate. Wallace coming out, and Mullenkamp coming back in. Zimmerman drops back to serve, and she has it over to the near side here with Quinn Cook. Look out, Dempsey. Oh, standing in the way was Powell, and she took the brunt of that on the heel of her hand.
Yeah, Powell almost did a knee-jerk reaction there, Ken.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she even got her hands up.
Look out. There's a tough one.
Ouch.
That service receive, sending it back over. It's going to be a timeout. And was that Dempsey with the shot or Cook?
I believe that was Dempsey.
Okay.
Or it might actually, I think Kleba hit that one.
She did, huh? I tell you what, regardless, it was a big-time shot, and it's 9 serving 3 when we come back. Cashton on a roll. We return here to game number 3. It's 9-3 in favor of Cashton. They won game 1, taking care of business, 25-18. Brookwood answered back with a 25-20 win in game 2. There's going to be a win, the point here for Hunsinger. And we're going to get another substitution real quick with Taylor Freed coming in, the senior.
Yes, all the steam came out of Zimmerman there on that service heave.
Yep.
Feel bad.
And there, boy, you tell you what, again, the return too close to the net. And this time it's Dempsey saying thank you very much.
No kidding, Ken. That was a great hit over the net. No one there from the Falcon side to answer that one.
11-point advantage here now for the Eagles. That serve is going to be on the line.
That was it. Good call by the line judge there, Ken.
Another ace here coming up. They've had a couple.
When in doubt, Ken, you just got to go for it, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you never know.
Right. You really do. You got to go to the game sometimes instead of letting the game come to you.
Oh, my God, Ken, that's another one.
Yeah.
I should start tallying how many times they don't cover that block.
Yeah.
Shoot.
That one kind of ricocheted off from Sammy Kleba back to the center of the court.
That was a good hit from the Eagles side, too.
Yes, it was. Here is the play. It's going to be up to the front. Now back row set.
There we go.
And Anderson with the hard shot. That goes off the hand of Helgeson. And Kunitz will now come back into the game along with Thiemann. Well, we saw Thiemann do some big things there for the Falcons up front on the line. Also coming into the ball game is Marley Schrader for Cashton.
Yeah, this is a good change up now. We've got Kunitz and Thiemann fresh off the bench. I don't think they've seen much action yet, Ken.
Not in this game, anyways.
Yeah, that was a tough serve receive, the last couple points. Let's see if the Falcons can come out of this.
That one kicked off to the right side, and now Kunitz needs to put about 6 or 7 together here. Get back into this ball game. There's Dempsey, cross court, back to Kunitz. Nice pass. Here is Mullenkamp. Back row it goes. They had the extra hit left in there. I didn't know they did.
They definitely did, Ken. That hit off the net, no block, but nothing called from the ref.
There's a back row hit by Quinn Cook going out of bounds. Kunitz picking up the point here for the Falcons, and another serve for her. 6 serving 13. You need a whole lot of them right here. There's a hard stroke. That's going to go out of bounds. So I got to do a quick little brag.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. On Monday night, I went to Toma to watch my granddaughter playing on the A team for Holman Junior High. And she had about 10 serves in a row, picking up points for Holman in the game number 2. And that was a big one because they'd lost game 1, and they came back and won 2 games to 1. So,
hey, wow.
Yeah, it was a big time. Grandpa was pretty happy.
Proud grandpa moment for you there, Ken.
It was, yep. So, well, here we go back to the action here. We better go to this because we got a hot one going. Dempsey with a big block, and that'll be a point.
Oi, while you were telling your story there, Ken, Emily Kunitz really had some nice saves there. She had a pancake at one point.
Yeah.
That was, she's out of breath there, rightfully so.
Well, it's a quick, intense game.
Ooh, too tight of a set.
Yep. Somebody in the net.
Oh, yeah.
Cook.
That was Cook, yep.
Cook into the net on that swing, and it's 8-14. Mullenkamp will serve. Falcons making a little bit of a comeback here.
Oh, look at that serve.
Going to get another point off from Schrader. Not able to control that one.
I don't know if I would have been able to serve receive that myself, Ken.
Yeah.
That was a good serve.
It really was.
That was a curveball, too.
I watch some of these when they do a knuckleball. I don't know how they do that. That'll get you, too.
You know, I tell you, Ken, if you get it at the right, if you toss the ball up and you just know that you had a good toss. Oh,
Yeah.
she's in the net.
Yeah.
That was going to be Falcons' point anyways,
Yep.
Ken.
Boy, Thiemann put that one down, but again, like you said, Cashton was in the net. Cashton says we need a timeout. Coach Lukaszewski seeing more than he wants right now. It's going to be 10 serving 14 Brookwood. Here's the whistle and the serve, and that's a well-timed timeout here, Wade, because the ball goes out of bounds and they break the serve of the Falcons.
Yeah, Reagan's wishing she could have that one back. Definitely iced the server there. Good timeout called by Cashton.
Yep. Here we go. Now it's going to be Thiemann with the free hit back over. A back set. Look out. Helgeson, too much on it.
Eagles are looking for a touch, but no.
No.
I didn't see anything, Ken. We got a pretty good viewpoint up here.
Yeah, nothing that time. And now Ruby Mullenkamp will serve. She gets the serve over to Schrader. Good set by Kleba. Big block right there.
Oh,
Back
there we
row,
go.
there's Dempsey. Nice job. They'll try again, and they'll go cross court on hit from Kleba.
Look at this volley, Ken.
Yeah,
wow.
Another long one. That one's a hard hit out of bounds by Anderson. But I tell you what, she can get up in the air.
She can. And that time her follow-through was not quite what she wanted.
Yeah, she wanted a little better one than that. You're right. Schrader comes out. Hunsinger comes in for the Eagles. Cook to serve. Quick serve right there. Here comes the setup, and that's Zimmerman with the touch, and it kicks out of bounds. Nobody for the Eagles touched it. Helgerson was there, but her hands came away unscathed.
Coach Waddell looking for a touch there. I think she has an argument.
She might.
The down ref is also looking at the top ref and going, I think we should replay that.
And he's going to say he didn't see it.
He didn't see it, okay.
So it's going to stand 17-11 your score.
Yeah, I don't know, Ken. That one was hard to see.
That was tough.
I was right in front of the up ref. He had the best viewpoint.
Here's the serve. That's to Anderson. Here's Thiemann. Into the net.
Thiemann likes those high sets, so if she gets a short one, you could kind of see that one going to the net, unfortunately.
Well, again, those short ones, they have to be pretty much picture perfect. Here's a setup back row for Mullenkamp. Cashton able to recover. That one, too close to the net. Out of bounds it goes. Trying to set that one up to Helgeson. She couldn't reach it. Powell coming back in, along with Katie Lee returning to the game.
Okay, here we go with Falcons with the 5-1 with Powell serving and setting.
12-18 your score here. There's a short set, far side. It's just on the line.
Good call, Hunter. That was definitely in.
That was Hunsinger, I believe, on the hit.
Ken, I told Hunter tonight I'm making fun of him, so don't mind me if I do that. He's a good colleague of mine. People watching, he's the fellow choir director, so I got it.
There you go. There's a hard hit, and boy, Cook was able to get to it. Now the tip play at the net by Dempsey.
Good play by Dempsey. I would have tipped that as well. That was a high set.
Back row it goes, and Cook on the pass. Dempsey will kick it over with the heel of her hand.
Dempsey's
Here's
busy.
A set by Powell.
Oh, what a hit.
Yeah, that was Anderson, and a nice job by Cook. Dempsey coming right back. Here's Mullenkamp, back row to Mullenkamp.
Nice spot. It's still in.
Great job on the try by O'Neill.
Wow.
And somehow they were not able to get that ball up and over on a terrific diving save by O'Neill.
Boy, that's why O'Neill's wearing that libero jersey, Ken.
Yeah, she was flying all over
that
there.
That was a great save.
Anderson with the serve. There's Dempsey and a big block at the net by Katie Lee.
She got up there.
She did.
I've not seen Katie jump that high. She's one of my band students. I'll have to tell her about that tomorrow.
Yeah. Got to feel good about that one. Anderson with the serve. They'll go with the free touch back over to Anderson. Back set. Blocked at the net. Nice job there by Reagan Mullenkamp. Here's Zimmerman. She'll just tap the ball over. Kleba sets it up for Dempsey, and there's a big hit.
Aye.
Another tough shot there by Dempsey. It's get out of the way with that cannon.
Souvenir for the stands, Ken?
I think.
As that ball went flying.
It really did. It's 20 serving 14 now.
What a hit from Dempsey.
Back it goes here to the Falcons.
Ooh, double touch there on the set. Not called.
I'm surprised that wasn't an illegal hit there on the set. And that's what Luke Lukashevsky is asking about. How could you not call that one, he says.
Yeah, he's got a good argument. I think I agree with Coach Kashevsky, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lukashevsky.
Kashevsky. Say that fast 3 times.
Luke Lukashevsky. That's a
Oh, good block.
nice job there by both teams keeping the play alive. And we'll come back into the action here for Mullenkamp. That was Ruby. Back to the Falcons. Back row hit. That's going to go too far here. Off from Zimmerman. And Zimmerman taps her number and says, yeah, that one was on me. Little too much on it.
Go back to that double hit call. No call for a second, Ken. My mom's a fellow referee. I'm going to have to ask her if she's watching the broadcast tonight. How often is that actually called, and how do you determine if it's called?
Yeah.
'Cause usually you see the ball rolling off the set, and that's an obvious one.
Yep.
Like that call there, that was a no call, so I'm curious.
It will be an interesting one. Marley Schrader coming back in. Hunsinger will exit for a few moments. Here is Kunitz with the serve. Brookwood has got it to within,
just out.
within 5. Now it's 6, 22-16.
Oh, she had the right idea with that serve there,
she
Ken.
did. You look at how far down Brookwood was in this game. To be back within 6 is a testament to their willpower, I would say. They're battling back.
Boy, that's
that ball
tough.
just got over the net.
How did
by
Thiemann get that one?
That was tough. And now the block at the net, and it drops down. The Mullenkamp twins were right there, but neither one could control it.
Hey, got to get your hands over, not over the net, but just enough where you can't, where the ball come back.
That's a good tandem to have up there to block.
Shoot.
That ball off from Zimmerman. That was another wicked serve. Back into the game now comes Taylor Freed. Dempsey sitting at game point. Here comes the serve. Over to the far side with Anderson. Back set. Free touch back over here to Dempsey. Clevo sets the ball up. Cross court hit. That coming off the hand of Sanders. And it will not get over the net on the return. That'll be the ball game. 25-16 your score here in game number 3.
Well, shoot, Ken. I think the wind was taken out of the Falcons' sails at the end there.
Just a little bit on that one.
Eagles certainly capitalized on that.
25-18 game 1 to Cashton. 25-20 back to Brookwood. And Cashton answers here in game 3 at 25-16. Cashton can end this match with a win in game 4. We know that the Falcons will be battling hard to go to game 5. We'll take a break, come back. Well, we're going to start things off game 4. That means Cashton will get the serve with O'Neill, and we can turn the mic over to Wade Behrens.
Thank you, Ken. We'll get started here with, like Ken said, with O'Neill serving. Serve received to Anderson. Nice hit from Reagan over the net. Good spot from, let's see, 13, Hunsiker. It's nice when you know everybody, Ken. Good block from Zimmerman there.
Oh, that was. I've seen Cashton a couple times, so you know what I mean.
I bet it's hard to stay neutral. Who do you root for, Ken? You know, it's like, come on, man, you're the elementary principal. I'm kidding, of course. Ken does his best to stay neutral, folks. He does a nice job of it. There's a free ball over on the Eagles side here, and a good spot from Dempsey. That's, I mean, she's been getting some nice kills tonight, Ken.
Well, I tell you,
really well.
Yes, she has. She's got that long swing in her arm with a lot of power.
And she takes just about any set given at her, Ken. It doesn't matter if it's high or low. A nice hit over the net from, I believe that was Powell, question mark?
Anderson, actually.
Anderson, thank you. Yeah, she doesn't often hit, so. All right, nice hit from Zimmerman. That's 2 kills for her to start the fourth set.
She was up in the air waiting for that short set, so she was coming right down on top of it in a hurry.
Substitution, Wallace comes in for Ruby comes in for Wallace. Up at the net. Trick play there to Anderson. Nice spot.
Oh, wow.
See, that's what we've been waiting for all night, Ken. And I think that's the first time I've seen them do that. That was, those trick plays.
Yeah.
They come in handy if
Yeah.
you can do them effectively.
Well, and she's just got such great court vision, too.
Zimmerman has served. She's been doing an okay job in the backcourt tonight.
Yes.
Tough on her as a middle hitter sometimes. Speaking of that, she almost got to it there. Nice attempt. Coach Waddell giving her a good round of applause for at least trying. That was a tough one to try and grab there, Ken.
When you got to run full tilt towards the wall, you got to be kind of brave.
That pass goes over for a free ball. Here, watch out. Here's Dempsey again. Too much air behind the ball for Dempsey, so that sails out of bounds.
Well, she went with the power shot, but she really wasn't on top of the ball. It was more of an even kind of a swing.
The substitution here, Schroeder comes in for Hunsaker to give her a bit of a breather. She's been busy tonight here, Ken.
Yes.
And then we've got Kunitz again coming in for 16. Holmquist got some action. Okay, that's nice to see. She's a freshman. And then I believe Tiemann came in for Powell, I believe. A nice tip, good spot, and O'Neal grabs that one. There's the coverage. Reagan's going to have another shot. It's going to go over. And that's a foot. Yep. Ruby says, my bad. She knew it too. Her foot went over the net, over the line. Net shaking a little bit too. I think she might have ran into the net too.
She had both, I think. That was a tough one there. But, you got to admire the play at the net by both these teams. They've been playing really well.
Yeah, good battles all around there, Ken. Got the serve from Dempsey in the backcourt now. To the middle. Nice block from Reagan. Why did they both have to start with an R, Ken?
Really?
I mean, come on. They're twins. Ruby and Reagan. Figures. Anyways, play is continuing. And Cashton went over the line.
I think that was a foot fault.
Foot
yes.
fault. Coach Lukaszewski can't believe the call there. Good serve receive from the Eagles. Going to Cook. That's too tight of a set there. Anderson recovered quick. Whew.
Tight rope.
No kidding, Ken. Nice set from Kunitz to Anderson. A good grab there by Dempsey in the backcourt. Block turned the wrong way from Tiemann and Ruby, and that's going to go out of bounds. Point Cashton.
It might have been Thiemann who got the hands on that as it really kicked off to the right side out of bounds.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Ken. Kleba to serve. Wow, that's a rocket. Serve receive error on Zimmerman's, and honestly, don't know if she would have been able to get that either way because that just went right over the net.
Zimmerman looks up at Anderson going, holy cow.
Right in the seam, too. Close, but out. Good call by, I believe that was Reagan telling her friend Zimmerman to not attack that ball. Ruby to serve. Just over the net. Nice serve receive from Dempsey. A good save. That was definitely inbounds. Nice call there by Ruby. Dempsey to the middle. Off the block. Takes out Kunitz for the setter. Who's there? There goes Tiemann with the tip. Gonna be a, wow, almost a back row attack there, Ken.
Yeah.
Gosh, she had to be really careful. That was Dempsey, wasn't it?
Well, Dempsey in the back row, but I'm more impressed with that block by Thiemann. That was quite the deal.
Nice serve from Ruby. Good serve receive, too. Dempsey in the backcourt. To Reagan. A lower set for Reagan. Might have wanted to do a roller, but she set up for a back row attack, and it went into the net. Substitution.
Yep, Hunsinger's going to return. Schrader out.
Oh, watch out, Hunsaker at the net. She's been dangerous tonight, Ken. There goes Zimmerman off the block. Dempsey can't quite recover, and that point goes to the Falcons.
Helgeson went up for the block, and that went off the fingertips of her hand.
We got substitution on the Falcons side, and the normal substitution of Tiemann and Kunitz coming out. Powell and Holmquist coming in. So Kinsley Holmquist getting some time again, Ken.
Yeah.
Nice to see a new face out there.
She did a nice job on the JV side tonight.
Anderson with the roller. Dempsey recovers in the back row. Over the block. Nice recovery from Reagan. Anderson tips that one over. Good spot to the outside. That takes out Powell as the setter, so Reagan's the backup. Nice volley here, Ken. Let's see what happens. Dempsey in the back row. Watch out.
It's a long one.
Free ball over. That might be going out. Dempsey saves it either way. Probably a good call on Dempsey's just in case. And Holmquist a little early to the block, and it falls just underneath her feet. Might have been almost out of bounds, but good call by, again, our friend Hunter Evenson on the line judge there.
And then when there was the situation for Kinsley, what happened was she went up for the block. She actually could have hit that ball. And I think if she's on the JV, she would have. I think she just kind of was really concentrating on that block.
Well, you know, if I was Holmquist, I'd probably concentrate on the block as well, just in case. Unfortunately for Holmquist, though, nobody was there on the outside to grab that.
Right, yes.
She's a freshman. We'll give her a break. Right, Ken?
She's up there trying.
I
like that.
It's good. She had a good hit on that last volley as well, Ken.
Yes.
Anderson served that time. Oh, she almost pancaked it. I think she actually did, because the refs did not blow that dead until it went sailing into the Falcon bench.
Dempsey again with a strong shot.
Helgerson to serve now. Good floater over the middle. A good tip from Anderson. Battle at the net. Gonna tip it over. Falcons thought they had that point away and they were not ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Hit
The
in
down
net.
judge called the hands over the net. Interesting call by the down judge.
Yep.
Also, Lukashevsky must have agreed with that because he did not contest that call at all. And he was telling his player that, yep, you need to keep your hands behind the net there, Ken. There comes Dempsey. Interesting roll off the middle. Must have not liked what she saw with the set.
Yep.
Dempsey to the outside. She's been busy tonight, Ken. Oof.
She's very active.
Look at Dempsey again. Third hit for this volley.
Oh,
right into Zimmerman's, almost her face, Ken.
She got those hands up just in time where it would have been off her chin.
Her reaction time's pretty good. I think that would have been, right off her nose or chin.
10 serving 9 now. Cashton with the trailing by 1, I should say. 9-10.
That ball sails out of bounds, and point to the Falcons. We're going to do some substitutions. First off, Schroeder coming in, or is it Schrader?
I say Schrader.
Schrader, okay, well, that probably makes more sense. Schrader's going to come in for Hunziker. And we got the usual substitutions on the Falcons sideline of Kunitz and Tiemann coming in for Powell, and this time it's Holmquist. We're going to call that one an ace because they didn't quite get the touch on that one. It might have been going out of bounds, Ken. I don't know.
I thought it was going to kind of fall out of bounds here, but Cashton, again, competitors that they are, they went after it.
Kunitz to serve once again. Going to go to the middle. Good block. Who's there to cover it? Down judge calls.
Somebody in the net, apparently.
Well, the net's moving, so yeah,
That might have been Ruby.
that's probably what it was. Coach Waddell asking the down judge for clarification there. I would too, Ken. I don't know what happened there.
Right. It was very quickly called.
Dempsey's in the backcourt serving. We got a good tip from Reagan there, and it goes right at the 10-foot line. Not quite covered by the Eagles.
Well, you have to have some finesse once in a while, and that's what you had there.
So the Falcons giving the Eagles a taste of their own medicine, I guess, or not covering the block. Free ball over. That's really tight. Kunitz off the top. Almost a lift there, Ken. Got to be careful. I'd have called that if I was a referee.
I was waiting for it, to be honest.
That ball sails out of bounds for a side out, and that point goes back to the Eagles. So another close match here, Ken. really battling back. You can tell this is a crosstown rivalry, so to speak. That's Kleba serving. That's going over. A good set to the right side. Ruby hits that one over. Setter dump. Zimmerman tight. Too tight for Kunitz, and that's a double hit. Just had to get the feet set there, Ken.
Yeah, coming off the net like that, too, that's a difficult one.
Kleba to serve once again. Eagles trail by 1. Another tight serve receive. Kunitz recovers, but not able to really give Tiemann the set that she wanted, and that sails out of bounds.
Yeah, tied things up now at 13 apiece.
I believe Cashton's going on a 6 or 7-0 run here. So a tough serve receive for the Falcons. Kleba to serve. Wow, what a nice floater over the top. There's Anderson hitting it hard. Off the block. Kunitz tried to get there at least. Couldn't quite get there, and point to the Eagles. So the Eagles take the commanding lead, and you can see the momentum shift starting to go over to the Eagles sideline here, Ken.
I'm waiting for a timeout here on the next point.
Kleba, wow, another great floater. And that's in the net from Anderson. So this has been a tough serve receive here for the Falcons. You know, Kunitz is trying her best here, but if she doesn't get that initial pass, it's not going to go in her favor. Another great serve from Kleba. Wow, Ken. Does she serve like this normally?
She's tough.
Is she a good server, Ken?
She's a pretty good server, yes.
Wow. I mean, really, that is just a nice, good form.
Yeah. Well, she's got that little jump serve kind of thing going.
I'm not going to repeat what the fans are saying on the Cashton end of things, Ken, but
probably good.
I got to tell you, it was some good comments being told by the Cashton School, Cashton Eagles student fan section there. There is indeed a net there, by the way, Ken. Just wanted to point that out in case you didn't hear that. A good tip there from Zimmerman. Eagles recover. It's going to be a free ball close to the net. See if the Falcons can slam back, and that's out of bounds for sure. Yep. Both line judges were able to see that one. And Coach Waddell is going to take a timeout here as the Falcons are down by 3. So we'll take a quick breather as well.
I had to do a little checking here, Wade. By the way, Brewers are down 4-3 in the 6th.
Uh-oh. It's the wild card tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, it starts tonight.
And they're at home, aren't they?
They are.
Uh-oh. Here we go, coming off the timeout. Ouch. That's not a good way to start for the Falcons. Anderson serve receive error. So the Eagles grab another point. They're pulling away with the win here. I believe the Falcons were up, 13-10? Now it's 18-14?
Yeah.
So that's another. Boy, Kleba just, is that Kleba or is that Cook?
No, this is, this
Cook
is
now?
Cook now, yep.
Falcons have no answer on the serve receive end of things. They just got to get their feet set, Ken. Let's see what happens. Cook to serve again. And that one saves them for the time being on the serve receive as it sails out of bounds. So a lucky break here, Ken. What do you think the Falcons need to do here to get back in the game?
Yeah, they just got to get back into their game plan and get some nice sets here. Move the ball around a little bit and get a good angle for people like Zimmerman and Anderson.
Here comes Holmquist in the game. I don't know who came out. Sorry, folks.
That goes off from Powell on a big shot from Helgeson.
That was Helgeson? Boy, that was a good hit.
Another timeout here, Wade.
Hey, Coach Waddell telling another timeout. Only 3 points after the first timeout.
Yeah. We'll take a little break again. It's 2015. Cashton out in front. O'Neal with the serve. Here we go.
All right, a serve receive. Anderson from the right side, out of bounds. Good thinking on the spot there, Ken, but just beyond the line.
Yeah, you burn that line, and I tell you what, it's a nice momentum killer, but in this case, it's the other way around.
O'Neill to serve once again. Gonna have to be a free ball here. Tip towards the 10-foot line. Eagles recover. Dempsey, she's been hot all night. She's hot once again. Look at that. I bet they're gonna. Nope.
Wow.
Yeah, even I wasn't expecting that one, Ken, as I was announcing there, because I thought that they were gonna go right back to Dempsey. Instead, the setter did that setter dump.
Helgeson, kind of not the type of hit that she was looking for, and she scores the point.
O'Neill to serve once again. Eagles 3 points away from winning the match. Oh, she got lucky on the serve there, but it went over, Ken, and you got to prepare for that at the 10-foot line.
Those are the tough ones, and so difficult to be able to play when it hits the net like that, spinning off.
So a tough serve receive for the Falcons. Let's see if they recover with O'Neill serving once again. Good decision by Powell to just dink that over. Here comes Dempsey. Look at her go. God, we should really keep track of how many kills she's gotten this set alone.
He's got a bunch. She is solid.
Yeah, Dempsey is the MVP of the night from my end. If the Eagles get this point, Ken.
Yeah.
Really just a nice, solid job at the net. Here's O'Neill to serve once again. A good serve receive from Reagan. Tip to Zimmerman. Dempsey's going to try and get that on her own, and too little of power underneath that.
Yeah, she took something off the swing.
Well, she tried to get underneath it from what I could tell there, Ken, and she just could not. I don't know if the set was too tight or whatever. Anderson's going to have to serve a lot to get the Falcons back into this one. Here comes Dempsey once again. That's still in, just over the antenna. Nice save by Kunitz. Dempsey once again.
Oh.
And there's the dagger, Ken, as Dempsey, the MVP from my end on the night, gets the final kill to put the dagger in the nail in the coffin. That's what I was looking for.
There you go. Well, let's take a quick look at the scoring and how this match comes out 3-1. Cashton with the win in game 1, 25-18. They pulled away after about a 13-12 lead and just never looked back. Brookwood, I tell you what, give them some credit. They battled back. They had a nice lead. Cashton still battling, and Brookwood gets the win 25-20. And then identical scores here in games 3 and 4, Wade, 25-16, both going to Cashton. Well, quite the matchup here tonight. We thought these two teams would be fairly close. They came in with 5-4 record for Brookwood, 4-5 for Cashton. They're going to play it all over again next Tuesday, a week from tonight.
And you'll be there, right?
In Cashton. I'll be there. That'll be going on my business one, Western Wisconsin Video Production LLC, Cashton. That's where that'll be going on the Twitch
I'll have
channel.
to tune into that one, Ken. I think this is an exciting rivalry to see what happens next Tuesday.
It should be a fun one. Wade, thanks for coming up here after a nice job with the performance with that pep band.
Thank you. Always a pleasure to be up here in the booth.
Yeah, always a lot of fun. Well, again, for Wade Barons, I'm Ken Manning. Congratulations going out to Cashton. They pick up a win here on the Brookwood court, 3-1. We'll see you real soon. I'll be in Westby on Thursday night. Westby hosts Arcadia, and again, that'll be on my Twitch channel. We'll see you there, and then football on Friday night. So long, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of the week.